sure you keep the run total right on our side, okay? Come on.
I don't see the boat this way.
That's Steve. I'm texting Steve every day.
on the site with each kid's name on there. We're brought a long way.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Livermore, California and Max Baer Park. On behalf of our host, California District 57, we are proud to present the 2018 Little League Intermediate World Series. Today's game features the host team, Livermore, California, playing against the second team, Ankeny Little League, Ankeny, Iowa. Winner of today's game will move on to play tomorrow at 6 p.m. against the loser of the game at 6 p.m. tonight. Best of luck to both teams. Before we get to the introduction of the players, coaches, and managers, it is our distinct pleasure to announce and introduce the umpires for today's game. The umpire in chief and the home plate umpire, Mr. Juan Serrano. At first base, Mr. Fred Temple. At second base, Mr. Brian Osborne. At third base, Mr. Dave Byers. And left field line, Mr. Andy Stout. And umpire field line, Mr. Brian Sleer. Ladies and gentlemen, your umpire crew for today's game. And now for the player introductions. First, the host team, Livermore Little League, Livermore, California. Number 10, Bobby Albiar. Number 4, Tyler Trudeau. Number 3, AJ Arante. Number 5, Denny Durham. Number 1, Drew Hardy. Number 2, Tanner Griffith.
Number 15, Andrew McKeever. Number 13, Jason Krakowski. Number 11, Bennett Johnston. Number 14, Jack Davis. Number 7, Carter March. Number 8, Colin Johnston. And number 12, Nate Keeney. It's my pleasure to introduce manager Steve Griffith and coaches Mike Trudeau and Dan Johnston. Ladies and gentlemen, your host all-star team from Livermore, California. And now for today's home team from Ankeny Little League, Ankeny, Iowa. Number 8, Zach English. Number 1, Jay Smolt. Number 16, Kevin Jones. Number 5, Greg McClure. Number 4, Drew Taylor. Number 6, Andrew Smith. Number 9, Damon Churchman. Number 11, Tom Hoke. Number 7, Isaac Peck. Number 3, Cale Patterson. And number 18, Noah Staub. And it's my pleasure to introduce manager Corey McClure, coaches Kurt Smolt and Greg Peck. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 Intermediate Little League All-Star team from Ankeny Little League. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats and face the flags out in left center field for the playing of our national anthem, which will be followed by the Little League Pledge. Players, managers, coaches, please repeat after me. I trust in God. I love my country and will respect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win. But win or lose, I will always do my best. Let's play ball, guys. Managers, please meet with the umpires at home plate. Coaches and players back to your respective dugouts. Thank you. Just want to give a shout out to Primo's Pizzeria and Pub. They provided lunch for us all today. It is the place for pizza, pasta, and good times in downtown Danville. For over 35 years, Primo's Pizzeria and Pub has been the go-to place for Danville to grab a fresh beer, enjoy a slice of homemade pizza, and watch the game. Again, our thanks to Primo's Pizzeria and Pub, the sponsors of today's lunch. Thanks, guys. Smith. In right field, number 8, Zach English. At first base, number 18, Noah Staub. At second base, number 16, Kevin Jones. At third base, number 11, Tom Hoke. At shortstop, number 5, Greg McClure. Behind the dish, number 9, Damon Churchman. And on the hill,
good afternoon, everyone, from Livermore, California and Max Baer Park. We're about ready to present the semifinal U.S. bracket game between the Central Regional champs from Ankeny, Iowa, and the District 57 host team from Livermore, California. Both teams played yesterday. This is a bounce back for both, quick bounce back for both teams. I'm joined by my buddy Rick Rude in the booth today. Rick, welcome. How do you think this one's going to go?
Good afternoon. You know, I'm really looking forward to this game. I think we have two pretty evenly matched teams here. Both teams just sort of woke up yesterday, got rid of that first game jitters, and both were looking good yesterday. So I'm anxious to see how this plays out. I think it's going to be a fun game.
I agree with you, and leading off is Drew Hardy. The very first pitch, he gets hit by a pitch, and just like that, California District 57 has a base runner. Rick, these first two guys in the lineup, Drew Hardy and Tanner Griffith, are really the table setters for this District 57 team. I haven't seen them play a lot this year, but I've been really impressed in this World Series how they're not only playing great on offense, but they're terrific on defense.
Tanner Griffith on defense is just a monster.
Stolen
he made
base.
several plays.
Yeah, he's something. So a stolen base attempt by Cardi is successful, and he's done a second base with nobody out. Yeah, it seems to me that both of these teams, Rick, are coming into their own. They're getting better and better inning by inning.
Definitely, and it's fun to watch. I did get the opportunity. I was broadcasting for the Iowa game yesterday, and then watched the evening game with Livermore.
There's a great bunt on the third base line, thrown away from the first baseman, and a run is going to score. And just like that,
there comes Cardi. Whew. He is fast.
Just like that, the host team from Livermore jumps on the board, and they're leading 1-0. That's called pressure.
Very aggressive and very heads up, knowing what the situation was and making it home. Every run, I think, is going to count in this game.
Another stolen base attempt. Looks like this time they've got him, and Griffiths is thrown out. Good play by the catcher there, number 9. So that's the first out of the inning. That clears the bases for Colin Johnston, the shortstop. Colin pitched yesterday and pitched a really good ball game. So that was a good break for Ankeny right there to throw out the stolen base attempt and a ground ball to first base, 3 unassisted, and that's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, again, it's been like a theme through this series, though. You don't want to get down big early, and I think that went a long way to making sure that didn't happen here in the first inning. Yeah, Livermore's on the board, but it's 1-0. It's not 3-0.
Correct. So that's going to bring to the plate the cleanup hitter, Carter March. Carter's playing third base today. Big swing and a miss from Isaac Peck, the pitcher. The other question, too, at this point in the tournament is how much pitching is left from each side. That's going to probably be the key to today's game. Whoever has the most pitching left will probably win this game.
And that's the chess game there between the managers. And I noticed yesterday both manager Griffith from Livermore and manager McClure from Iowa were limiting their pitchers for the most part in anticipation that they were going to have to play today and then again tomorrow if they win.
Unfortunately for both teams, they have lost a game in this tournament, so the next loss that they have will eliminate them, each of them. So ground ball to short. Carter March is just too fast, and the footing on the shortstop was a little bit loose, and he couldn't plant his plant foot.
I have to say, March is deceptively fast, too.
So the host team has a runner at first base with 2 outs now. Swing and a miss. It's our first look today at Jason Krakowski. Krakowski started yesterday's game as a pitcher. Last night's game, that ball gets away from the catcher, and March easily makes it to second base. Last night's game was a terrific ball game. That was a lot of fun. Big crowd on hand cheering on the host team. West team played really well as well. Going to third, March, and he steals second and third. So it looks like the District 57 is going to come out with guns blazing and put a lot of pressure on the defense of Iowa.
They are. They're playing a very aggressive base running game right now.
Grounded foul. And the count is 2-2 to Jason Krakowski. Krakowski's playing center field today.
And Peck looking for that outside pitch that's going to get him out of this inning. They don't want that guy at third to score.
Ball's hit deep to left field, over by the flagpoles. That's way
that
back.
May be the first.
That's gone.
Our first home run of the series. There it is.
Jason Krakowski does hit the very first home run of the series. It only took 13 games for us to get our first home run. That was a bomb. And District 57 now goes up 3-0.
That was huge for District 57 right there.
So the Central team from Ankeny's gotten themselves in a little bit of a hole right now. To get back in the dugout and take their chances at hitting. They're down 3-0. See if they can limit the damage to just 3 runs.
Now, if there's any other player on this Livermore team that I think that can put it over the fence, it's this guy right here, Jack Davis.
Jack's going to be the pitcher today for Livermore. Was reminiscent of the home run that we saw last year, Rick, that you and I had the pleasure of witnessing, I guess. The grand slam by...
The improbable comeback.
Yeah. That ball's hit deep
There
to left
it
field,
is.
too. That's
Oh, God.
great
What
catch.
an effort out there by the center fielder.
And that's going to end the inning. So the District 57 scores 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left on. We're going to go to the bottom of the first inning, take our first look at Central on offense. They're trailing 3-0. Back in Livermore, I want to go over the starting lineup for Iowa. Leading off and catching, number 9, Damon Churchman. Batting second, pitcher, number 7, Isaac Peck. Batting third, shortstop, Greg McClure, number 5. Batting fourth, center fielder, Andrew Smith. Third base is number 11, Tom Hoke. First base, number 18, Noah Staub. And left field, number 1, Jay Smolt. Second base, 16, Kevin Jones. And the number 9 hitter is right fielder, Zach English, number 8.
Just looked over in the stands, and I noticed that the Texas team is scouting these guys out. Of course, they're hoping to play in the championship against one of these 2 teams right here. So
Yeah, our featured game today is going to be the Southwest champs from Midland, Texas, and the Southeast champs from Boynton Beach. That's going to be a fantastic ball game. Hope we get a chance to see the young lady Olivia Klein's pitching, perhaps. It's just a wild guess. No information on that. That'll be a 6 o'clock start. Leading off in the bottom of the first inning for Iowa is Damon Churchman. Damon Churchman wanted to say happy birthday to his grandpa, who's turning 86 today. He'd like to say happy birthday, Grampy. Hope he's tuning in. How about a nice base hit for your grandpa here, Damon? Get this thing started for Iowa. Ground ball to second base, gobbled up by Griffith and throws him out. So that's going to bring to the plate Isaac Peck, pitcher. So Central in this tournament lost their opening game 7-0 versus the West champs. Came back and beat the East 9-3 yesterday, which got them into this game. Ball inside. District 57 lost 4-0 to the Southwest champs on Sunday, and then won 7-2 last night versus the West. Again, as I mentioned, that ball's lifted to center field. Should be an easy play for the center fielder. And that's 2 outs. As I mentioned, since both of these teams have a loss, whoever loses today will be eliminated from the tournament. And whoever wins this game is going to play the loser of our featured game tonight, which would be Southwest and Southeast. And that game would be tomorrow. So that's going to bring to the plate Gregory McClure, the shortstop. Jack Davis paints the outside corner for a strike, and the count's 1-1. Jack looks pretty good out there.
He does. He's looking like he's ready for today's game. I was going to say, with the favorable weather conditions today, too, we've already seen 1 home run. If there's someone on this Central team, well, there's actually 2 or 3, but McClure is one of them that could easily put it over that fence.
Ball's lined foul down the left field line. Big Monsereno behind the plate from Puerto Rico again today. He puts on a great show himself. Ball's lifted to left center field. Left fielder's coming in. Nope, center fielder's got it. And that's how the inning ends for Central. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on. We played 1 complete in California. The host team is leading Ankeny 3-0. Back in a minute. All right, we're back in Livermore for the top of the second inning, and leading off for the host team is going to be A.J. Arante, the right fielder.
And A.J.'s mom is actually a huge supporter and volunteer here at the World Series this year, working in the score booth and keeping that running. A lot of people don't know that the Little League Intermediate World Series is run entirely by volunteers. Nobody here is getting paid, which makes me comfortable in saying let's double your salary next year, Rit.
Thank you.
No problem.
Get 2 hot dogs instead of 1. I'll take it. All right, so Peck's behind 3-0 to the leadoff hitter. Doesn't want to start the inning off by getting a runner in on base. Keep the leadoff guy off base, and your chances of getting out of the inning unscathed are very good. The ball's lined, just foul. That was very close.
That was about as close as you can get without having it go fair.
So AJ was all over that.
You know, we've seen Peck pitch before, and he is good. He just needs to, I think, settle down a little bit, get into the rhythm. And, you know, it seems like the first few batters he seemed a little jittery, you know, getting hit off of. In the first inning might have rattled him a little. But if he can just take some deep breaths, settle into it, he's a good pitcher, and he can get the job done.
He's not overpowering, so obviously he's going to have to rely on craftiness and location. Ball's hit to shortstop. McClure's got that one. Throws to first. Easy play. 1 out for District 57.
A nice outside pitch that made Arante, you know, reach for it a little and made it very playable.
First baseman number 15, Andrew McKeever.
He's going to bring the 8-hitter to the plate for the first time today. First baseman number 15, Andrew McKeever.
And now it looks like Peck's found that outside corner.
Yeah, a little boost of confidence there. It's amazing what a couple of outs will do. It's a good pitch there. I think McKeever would like that one back. The count's 0-2 quickly to McKeever. Fouls an inside pitch to stay alive. Peck likes to work quickly too. I like that. He's out of the stretch with nobody on. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Makes quick work of Andrew McKeever. And that's the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring to the plate the catcher, number 5, Denny Durham.
Catcher number 5, Denny Durham.
Fouled off. Great pitch by Peck. The count is quickly 0-2.
And it looks like down here in the bottom of the order, Peck has found his stride.
Ball.
Again, looking for that outside corner.
Ball is lifted to to left field. Left fielder makes the catch. And a quick inning for Isaac Peck and the boys from Ankeny. We played 1.5 in Livermore. Host team out in front, 3-0. Back in a minute. All right, folks, we're back at Max Baer Park for the bottom of the second inning. Leading off for Ankeny Little League is going to be center fielder number 6, Andrew Smith. Andrew Smith's a very good hitter. He's had a great World Series so far, offensively and defensively. He's going to see if he can get on and be a spark for his team in the second inning here. On deck is Tom Hope, the third baseman. It's grounded to second base. Griffiths all over that. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth for Ankeny Little League, third baseman, number 11, Tom Oak.
Recipe for success from the District 57 defensive standpoint, have the opposing team hit it to second base.
Exactly. Griffith is like a Hoover vacuum cleaner out there.
That's grounded to third.
Anything that
Foul
comes
ball.
near him, he just scoops it up.
Yeah, he's
Even when he's out
solid.
of position, too.
Yeah, he covers second base quite a bit, and a lot of times he's moving, but he still is able to get back to position, but he's still able to cover the ground. Very solid second baseman. They have good shortstop. They're very strong up the middle, which is important. That's fouled off to the right side. Tom Hoke finds himself behind 1 and 2 with 1 out, nobody on base.
It's good to see Hoke out here, too, because he had a hamstring problem earlier in the season and came back from that to make it on this all-star team. And again, you know, just talking with the Iowa team, I don't, of all the teams I've talked to out here, I don't think I've found a team happier to be here than these guys. Oh my.
That's a called third strike, and that's worth the price of admission right there.
Right there.
Just watching Monserrano get his groove on.
Exactly. I think he felt the game was a little too mellow right now. He needed to inject a little excitement.
I could watch that all day. That's chopped up the middle. That's going to be a tough play for Griffin. He's all over it. Throws to first. Got him.
Top of the third inning for
All right, back at Max Bear, folks. At this point, quickly moving game. Top of the third inning and the top of the order for District 57, Drew Carty. Drew Carty was hit by a pitch in the first inning, and he was hit by a pitch in the third inning.
All right, so we have a new
A new
vote
magnet.
for a baseball pinata today. Poor Cardi.
I didn't have the words out of my mouth that he got hit in the first inning. He got hit in the third. He scored in the first inning when he got hit, so
That was one of the players yesterday. I can't remember who it was, but Cardi seems to have taken over for that.
there's always one of them. That's going to bring to the plate Tanner Griffith.
And he's not that big either. That's what's.
He goes again, down for the steal, and he makes it. It's kind of a carbon copy repeat of the first inning when Carty got hit by a pitch, stole second base, and he's a little dinged up right now. Probably,
Yeah, he came out of that slide limping just a little bit.
yeah, he's going to walk it off. Tanner Griffith singled in the first inning, and he was thrown out at second base trying to steal. So Isaac Peck going through the top of the order again. Let's see if he can bear down and prevent any more damage out of District 57. But you know, District 57 is going to be running the bases here. Lead at second. That's a ball outside. The count is 3-0. There's a strike. Good pitch. Good pitch on 3-0. Taken all the way was Tanner Griffith. Shortstop Greg McClure is shadowing Carty at second base. There's another. Well, that's ball 4. Up. So we have 2 runners on now. And that's going to bring to the plate Colin Johnston. Johnston grounded out to first base his first time up, 3 unassisted. Now he's got runners at first and second and nobody out. Swing and a miss, foul tip. So one of the things I was looking for today, Rick, was, you know, even though both teams played yesterday, District 57 had the late game. I was curious to see how their energy level would be. There's a swing and strike 3. Runner from second is on the move to third. The throwdown was to first. And Carty saw that happening and took off for third base. So
Great heads-up base running right there.
But at this point, it looks like the Livermore team is not suffering any hangover effects from yesterday's loss.
No, they came out
win, I should say.
Came out with a lot of energy.
Yeah, they're fired up. And Iowa is too, but early in this game, it looks like District 57 has a bit more energy. Runner goes from first to second, steals. Throwdown was to third to try to get the third baseman napping. So second and third now with 1 out. Ball's grounded to third, probably coming home. Here comes a play. Oh, now we're in a rundown.
Got a little pickle.
Ball is dropped.
And he made it back.
Ball was lucky it didn't go in the dugout or there'd be a run scored on that play. Boy, Iowa played that perfectly until
Throw just
the
a
throwback to the third baseman tipped
little
off his
too
glove.
high. Yeah. And you know, when you get it, I think that's the first pickle I've seen out here. And you get in that first pickle, you get a lot of adrenaline going, and it's easy to just overshoot it just like that. Because Churchman, good player, solid player, just a little too high for Jones.
Ball's line. Oh, here was same play again. Okay, gotcha. So that was a force play at that point. Ball was grounded to third base, force it home. So that was a great play by the defense of Iowa.
Jones, heads up, knew exactly where to go. And Churchman tags the plate for the easy out.
So everybody moves up. But a run does not score. Now there are 2 outs with the bases loaded.
And Peck gets the call on the inside there,
So
inside corner.
Isaac Peck is 2 pitches away from getting out of this jam. That would be a huge lift for Iowa.
It would be giant. There's the outside corner. Peck mixing it up really well.
Two strikes on Davis. Grounded back to, oh, that's going to be a tough play.
Oh my.
That was unfortunate for Iowa. That ball was hit just hard enough to get by the pitcher, yet slow enough to where once it got by him, there was no chance. So District 57 scores a run on an infield single by Jack Davis. They're now ahead 4-0. Nate Keeney is now going to hit. That ball is grounded foul. He's batting for A.J. Arante.
Even if Peck can get out of this with just the 1 run, that's a huge victory. Yeah, bases loaded with 1 out. To get out of that would be big for them.
Swing and a miss. Throw down, hits the runner, and that's going to get another run home for District 57.
And it may also leave a mark. That,
It hit the back of the helmet
What,
of
really did-
Carter March.
oh my.
Deflected towards a shortstop, and March was able to advance and score.
So 1-2 now to Keeney. And
Strike 3 called. That's how the inning ends.
with another little dance. That's good. You watch that all day.
So for District 57, they scored 2 runs on 1 hit. No errors, 2 left on. Through 2.5, score is 5-0, District 57.
Leading off the bottom of the 13th for Ankeny Little League, number 1 left fielder Jay Smoltz.
Leading off for Ankeny, bottom of the 3rd inning, and drives one to Griffin at second base. Was Jay Smolt for the first out, another 4-3 putout.
Griffith again with
Ranging.
wheels.
Ranging far to his left to get that one.
Batting eighth for Ankeny Little League, and playing second base, number 16, Kevin Jones.
So Kevin Jones at second baseman is going to get his first plate appearance of the day. To strike a bender from Jack Davis. Swing and a miss. Iowa looking for its first hit of the game to this point. Fouled off. Count is quickly 0-2.
Again, both pitchers today really mixing up location. I think the one advantage Davis has here is he's mixing up the speeds as well.
And the count is now 2-2 to Kevin Jones. Fouled straight back.
Nice cut on that fastball to stay alive there. Looks like he wasn't quite ready for the faster pitch.
Line down the right field line, but foul.
Again, way to battle there by Jones. He's staying in this.
Count remains 2-2. Ball's lifted down the right field line. That's foul as well. Bit of a battle here between Jack Davis and Kevin Jones.
Now, this is the first little pitching battle that Davis has gotten into. I mean, we're already here in the third inning. His pitch count's only 29.
It's ball 3.
I think about a third of that's come from this at bat right here.
Exactly. The chopper, that's going to go foul as well.
So it will continue.
Yeah, regardless of what happens with this at bat, Jones has made Davis work and has raised his pitch count, which is important in this game. Foul.
Well, that was
Fair
fair.
ball.
Yeah, that was
Down the right
right
field
over the
line.
bag.
It's a base hit. Great at bat by Cabin Jones. And that's the first hit and the first base runner
Say, is
for
that the
Ankeny.
first base runner? Trying to recall. So yes, Jones is the first base runner, and he's going to get a little help on the bases. So they're going to send in Cale Patterson.
Cale Patterson's going to be the special pinch runner at first base. It's going to bring the number 9 hitter, Zach English, to the plate for his first plate appearance. There's one out with a man on first base now for Ankeny. Swing and a miss.
It would be a tremendous lift for Iowa here if they can get a run or two across the plate.
Well, they got the top of the order on deck, so their better hitters are looming in the background here. There's a strike. Count is 0-2 now. There's a ball outside. Count is 1-2. Davis checks the runner and the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So English goes down on strikes. It's the second out of the inning. And it brings the top of the order up, Damon Churchman. Wondering if the manager, Greg McClure, might want to test the arm of the catcher at this point. There's a ground ball to Griffin. Easy play. Thrown out. That's the end of the inning. Another 4-3 put out. We played 3 complete innings in California. The host team leads the Central Regional Champions 5-0. Back in a minute. We're back in Livermore for the top of the 4th inning. Looks like Tyler Trudeau is going to get an opportunity to hit. This is his first plate appearance. Ball outside. Isaac Peck is now up to 55 pitches.
And it looks like Central strategy is to lean on the pitchers today, the ones that they can get a bunch out of. Oh,
Shot back up the middle, deflected off of Peck's glove. Over to Churchman. Excuse me.
Staub there on first, and looks like Staub just missed that.
Yeah, the ball deflected off the pitcher's glove over to McClure at short. McClure threw to first, and it deflected off of Staub's glove. So Trudeau reaches. A base hit for Tyler Trudeau. That's going to bring to the plate leadoff man Drew Carty.
Number 5, Denny Durham.
Oh, excuse me. Denny Durham, number 9 hitter, who squares the bunt, throw down to first base. Tyler Trudeau was running, so he makes it to second base. This is a nice bunt down the third base line, throws to first. Got him. Oh, a little bit of a collision over there at first base.
Looks like everybody's all right.
That's a battle, Durham against Staub. I'm going to take Staub every time.
Yep, that's where my money would be.
So good sacrifice by Denny Durham.
That's going to move Trudeau over to third.
The lineup batter is number 1, Drew Carty.
And that's going to bring the top of the order up, and a base hit through the hole in left field.
Carty was going to that hole the whole way. He looked at it, he saw it, he just drove it right through that hole.
And that's the 6th run of the game for District 57.
Batting up for Livermore, number 2, Tanner Griffith.
Brings Tanner Griffith to the plate.
Griffith mugging for the fans there a little bit as he got on the dirt.
He singled, was thrown out at second base, trying to steal in the first inning. Walked and scored in the third. Throw down to second base. Out.
And they got him.
He was short of the bag. He slid, and his foot, it appears from here anyways, that looks like he beat the throw, but I think he slid and he never reached the bag. So there's an out recorded.
Two
That
outs.
ball's popped up. Greg McClure calls everybody off, makes the catch, and they're quickly out of the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. We've played 3.5 in Livermore. The score is 6-0 host. So we're back in Livermore for the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitcher, Isaac Peck, is leading off. Lifts one foul out of play. He flew out to center field his first time up. Ball is lifted to short left field along the line. Ball is...
And it's dropped.
Where 3 of the District 57 players converging on it, and none of the 3 could corral it, but that was good hustle by those boys down there.
Thought they were going to get a rebound off of that one. It bounced off one of their gloves and almost to another player.
So that's a leadoff base hit for Ankeny.
And they like Peck on these bases. He's quick.
Davis checks on him and throws over to first base. Greg McClure is now in the batter's box. He also flew out to center field his first time up. There's a strike on the outside corner. And once again, we're in the bottom of the 4th inning. The host team is ahead 6-0. And this is in the 4th inning, the first threat that the Central team has put up. We have a runner at first base and nobody on. Ball's hit pretty deep to center field. That's backing up. Center fielder makes the play. Had him played perfectly. For the 2nd time in a row, McClure flies out to center field.
That's going to hold Peck at first.
That's going to bring to the plate center fielder Andrew Smith.
Now batting for Ankeny Little League, number 6, Andrew Smith.
It's Jake Krakowski out in center field. Another ground ball to Griffin, 2nd for 1. Throw to first, not in time. Got the lead runner is out. And now with 2 outs and a runner at first base, it's going to bring Tom Hoke to the plate.
Now batting for Ankeny Little League, number 4, Drew Taylor.
Take that back. We're going to have a substitute batter. Drew Taylor, number 4, is going to come in and bat for Tom Hoke. And now Andrew Smith is at first base. Ball gets away from the catcher. Smith takes off to second and makes it easily. So now Drew's got an opportunity for an RBI if he can muster a base hit here. So far, Jack Davis is doing a terrific job, Rick, of controlling this game and keeping the Central team off the bases for the most part, right?
He is doing an excellent job. He's low on the pitch count, which is another big bonus for the host team. And like I said, he's varying his speeds and locations. So it's just keeping the Central team back on their heels just a little bit.
Well, this is the 2nd time through the lineup, though. We'll see if they can make some adjustments, and they've seen him once. Big swing and a miss. Drew Taylor, however, has not. This is his first plate appearance. Strike 3 called. That's how the inning ends on a strikeout. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. Through 4 innings out here in Livermore, the host team leads 6-0.
Our local event supporters, the San Francisco Giants, Livermore Area Recreation and Park District, LARPD, Homebridge Mortgage, ERA Franchise Systems, and Stanford Children's Health is providing athletic training throughout the Little League World Series, including sideline, immediate, and orthopedic care to the
We're back for the top of the 5th inning here in Livermore, and a substitute batter, Bobby Alviar, is in for his first plate appearance today. It's a base hit right up the middle. Good job by Bobby. Coming off the bench and smoking a single up the middle. So the leadoff man is on for District 57, and that's going to bring to the plate number 7, third baseman Carter March.
Now batting for Livermore, number 7, Carter March.
March singled and drove in a run and scored in the first inning. Fielder's choice and scored in the third. So he's had a productive day already. Big swing and a miss.
That was an excellent pitch right there by Peck.
Ball's lifted into center field. Should be an easy play. Center fielder puts it away, and that's the first out. It's going to bring to the plate Jason Krakowski. Krakowski homered in the first inning, drove in 2 runs, grounded into a fielder's choice.
And Coach McClure is coming out. I think maybe just reminding him that, hey, this is the guy that hit it over the fence. Be careful.
Grounded up the middle. Could be a double play. 2nd to 1. Back to first. Double play.
There it is.
Good job. Very well done by the defense of Ankeny. So a 6 unassisted to 3 double play ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. 4.5 complete in Livermore. Host team leads 6-0.
The bottom of the 5th inning for Ankeny Little League. Number
Back in Livermore for the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th, folks, and it's 6-0. The host team, and that's Noah Staub going to lead off for Ankeny. Staub grounded out to second base his first time up in the 2nd inning.
And it looks like the breeze has kicked in just a little bit, getting a little headwind into the batter now. Although we're not seeing the smoke that we've seen the past few days from the fires that are burning up north, so that's good. Air quality much better today than it has been for the beginning of the week.
Staub's ahead 3-0. Ankeny desperate for a base runner, and then they got it. It's going to bring to the plate left fielder Jay Smolt. Smolt grounded out to second in the 3rd inning. Chopped slowly back to the pitcher on the right side, who goes to first base. The out is recorded. First out of the inning, runner Staub moves to second. He's going to bring to the plate Kevin Jones, who singled in the third inning. He had the first hit of the game for Ankeny.
I was going to say, Jones is about the only one that's given Davis any trouble here today.
Yeah, he had that long at bat last inning. Probably had almost 10 pitches. Swing and a miss. Davis is up to 53 pitches through 4 innings, 4+ innings. Still a very good pitch count, average per inning. Great play by the first baseman. That ball was hit down there hard. Collects it, goes to first unassisted. That's Tyler Trudeau. Great play by the young man.
That was some quick reflexes and grabbing that ball. That was an excellent play by Trudeau there.
On the play, Staub goes to third, but now he's there with 2 outs. Cale Patterson's going to come up and get his first plate appearance. He's been in the game already as a special pinch runner, however. He's going to hit for Zach English here. I get the feeling Ankeny just needs to get a run across to get their fans excited, get the team excited, and get them
Get a little spark going.
hopefully back in this game. They're quickly running out of innings, though. This game's moving along quick.
Yeah, we're only barely a little more than an hour away from start time, and we're already bottom of 5. A lot of credit to the umpires for keeping the game moving fast like that.
Exactly.
And that still comes complete with dancing. So
Right. And we're not losing any of the good stuff. Two-1 to Patterson coming up. Swung and a missed. And the count is now 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 from.
oh, and another little dance. There we go.
And that's the end of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner left on. We've played 5 complete. District 57 continues to lead the Central Regional Champs 6-0.
So Kennedy, so
Back at Max Bear, top of the 6th inning. Leading off is going to be the pitcher, Jack Davis. Ball's ripped into left field for a base hit. First pitch he sees. That's Davis's second hit of the game. It's going to bring to the plate number 12, Nate Caney. Bobby Alviar is going to special pinch run at first base.
And coming to bat, number 12, Nate Keeney.
Kihei.
That's Nate Keeney. There's a Kihei on another team.
Yeah, that's
it. All these names, they just float around after a couple days.
Sure do. Keeney.
Alviar, an especially quick base runner, so good substitution over there.
Another ball
Oh,
hit to
my.
left field, almost a carbon copy of the previous hit. So District 57 has some production from the bottom of their order, and they now have runners at first and second, nobody out. It's going to bring to the plate.
Number 4,
Tyler Trudeau is going to bat. Trudeau's singled and scored his last time at bat, and made a great play at first base. He lays down a nice, beautiful bunt
Beautiful bunt.
with a first.
He almost beats it out, but
Got a nice sacrifice.
it does advance the runners, so very productive on that one.
And that's going to bring to the plate Denny Durham.
Number 5, Denny Durham.
Durham now has an opportunity with 2 runners on and 1 out to get a couple of RBIs. Ball's lifted into left field. Looks like the center fielder is going to come over and get it. He makes the catch. Not deep enough for a tag. So good defense there by Ankeny.
Good hustle to run up and get that, keep the run from scoring. Alviar looked, he thought about it, but decided it was not in the best interest to try for that one.
Number 11, Bennett Johnson.
So now Bennett Johnston's going to get his first plate appearance of the day. Ball outside. Fouled off. Isaac Peck now is up to 79 pitches.
Looking for the outside corner on that one, just missed it.
There's a strike, good pitch. Ball outside, here comes the runner from third base. He'll score. Alviar scores. And that's the 7th run of the game for District 57. Strike 3 called. That's the inning. So District 57 puts up another run on the board. They get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning, folks.
off the bottom of the 6th inning for Ankeny Little League. Number 9, Damon Churchman.
Back in Livermore for the bottom of the 6th inning and leading off for Ankeny is the leadoff hitter, Damon Churchman. Damon Churchman's grounded out to second base twice in this game.
And Iowa looking to get things going here. They're quickly running out of real estate. They're down to the last 6 outs. Churchman desperately wants something to get going here.
Grounded a shortstop. Throws to first. Got him.
And Trudeau with a big stretch to keep his leg on the base there.
He's going to bring to the plate Isaac Peck, the pitcher.
Number 7, Isaac Peck.
Our praying mantis is back from last year.
Well, it's supposed to be a symbol of something. I'm not sure what, though. Maybe someone on the live stream can Google it and put it in the comments there. We just had a praying mantis fly in the announcer's booth. Probably wanted to get away from the baseball.
The ball's lifted to shallow left field. Another one of those situations where 3 players are running toward it. It drops in. So another base hit like that from Isaac Peck.
And Peck on board.
I think he hit another one like that earlier in the game.
Batting for Ankeny Little League, number 5, Greg McClure.
Now let's see if McClure can advance Peck and string something together here. Because this game by no means is out of reach. They just need to string it together to make something happen here in the 6th inning.
Well, if they're going to do something, they've got the part of the order up that is most likely going to do it. They're 2 through 5 guys now. Big swing and a miss. Jack Davis is, for the most part, the whole game been a bit mystifying to the Ankeny batters.
He's been solid. He hasn't done anything to hurt his team.
They've only managed 3 hits. He has 4 strikeouts. The rest of the outs are pretty much ground balls to second base. Runner goes. First time they try to attempt to steal, and they're successful. So Peck steals second base. Churchman's in a 1-1 count. Excuse me, McClure is in a 1-1 count. McClure has flied out to center field twice in this game. Ball down. The count is 2-1.
I would not be at all surprised to see Peck move on one of the next pitches here. He is quick on the base paths.
Gonna throw back to second to check on him.
Davis keeping him honest.
Ball's fouled off. A good cut there by McClure. He was all over that pitch. He knows he missed that one. Ball's high, and the count is now full at 3-2. Ball 4. This is the first threat of the ball game for Central.
And manager Steve Griffith going to head out, check on Davis. Might be making a switch right here. Find out.
Back in a minute.
And Griffith chooses to leave Davis on the mound.
That's going to bring to the plate Andrew Smith now with a couple of runners on with one out. How you get back in the ball game, you get your 4-hitter up with 2 guys on. Smith grounded out to second base and also hit into a fielder's choice. So he's over 2. The ball inside, gets away from the catcher and both runners advance.
And here's the spark that Central has been looking for.
Well, they're going to need that and a lot more. They're down by 7 runs, of course.
I think that's what I was saying, is they need to start it here if they
Yep.
want a chance to get back into this. It's not out of reach, but they got to do something here.
It looks like District 57, for reasons beyond me, have brought the infield in somewhat, halfway. Like they're thinking that he may be bunting. It's 3-0, I doubt that. Ball 4. Well, the bases are loaded. Second consecutive walk from Jack Davis, and that's going to do it for Mr. Davis. We'll be back in a minute with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for Livermore, number 15, Andrew McKeever.
In Livermore here, the bases are loaded. There's one out. Andrew McKeever is now into the game to pitch for Livermore. And at bat, is that Tom Holt?
No, we got Drew Taylor.
Drew Taylor. Drew Taylor fouls off the first pitch. There's an opportunity for Central to put a couple of runs on the board at least and try to get back in this ball game.
If Taylor can just get a base hit, coming up right after him is the big hitter, 18, Staub.
Ball up, count is 1-1. It's a strike on the outside corner. That's a great pitch by McKeever. McKeever looks in for the 1-2 pitch. Ball up. Ball's high, now the count is full. You know, and at this point, Rick, about the only thing that's going to get District 57 in trouble is walks. And there's already been a couple of them in this inning. You know, Central hasn't really been hitting the ball all that great today, so this is really doing them a favor right now. Fouled off, good cut. Taylor was all over that.
And again, not as an excuse, but Taylor has that smaller strike zone that.
Grounded to first. Out at first is recorded. That's a force play. A run does score, so Central gets on the board. It's now 7-1, but however, there's 2 outs in the inning. I think District 57 would trade that all day.
Yep. Although coming up is Noah Staub right now, and he's the one that Coach McClure said that he won't pitch to him without an L screen because of his exit velocity off his bat. So, again, if anyone could make the big hit, this is him right here.
See if Big Noah can run into one here a little bit. So they're down by 6 runs with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ball down. Count is 2-0. On deck for Central is Jay Smolt, hoping that he gets an opportunity. Fouled off. Good cut.
Which was coming a little faster than he anticipated.
Ball is up. Count is 3-1 now. Keeper's struggling a little bit to find the strike zone. Chop towards shortstop. Tough hop. Got to make a quick throw. Safe at first. Ball gets away, and 2 runs will score.
So it wasn't a big home run, but either way, mission accomplished. Get those runners across the plate.
So now the game is tightened up. It's now 7-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. There's 2 outs with a runner at first. Ball is fouled off. So Jay Smolt hoping to extend the inning and keep the line moving for Ankeny. Cabot Jones is on deck. So to get a couple of more batters to reach here, their Ankeny team is guaranteed to roll their top of the order up again. Big swing and a miss. Here comes the 0-2 pitch now. Strike 3 called.
Oh, excellent pitch by McKeever right there.
So Central bounces back with 3 runs of their own in the bottom of the 6th inning on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. We played 6 complete out here in California. The host team leads 7-3. back at Livermore for the top of the 7th inning. Greg McClure is now on the mound for Ankeny, and leading off is Tanner Griffin.
And batting for Livermore, number 2, Tanner Griffin.
Griffin has singled, walked, scored a run. Played his normally stellar second defense at second base. He's recorded, I think, 5 or 6 putouts already today. Ball 4 outside. And that's going to bring to the plate Colin Johnston.
Number 8, Colin Johnson.
Can I see your ticket you up here, sir? Can I see your press pass you up here? Press pass? You have a press pass you up here?
And Johnston being aggressive, going after that first pitch.
Don't talk. You're going to be on the air. We're live, guys. This is strike. Count is what, 1 and 2 now?
Gorgeous pitch by McClure right there. Gorgeous pitch. And it is 1 and 2. Griffith over at first. There he
Runner
goes.
Fouled right back. Johnston grounded out unassisted to first base, struck out, and has singled in this game.
And he's going to switch up on bats here.
What could have possibly happened there? Is the bat broken?
I think actually Griffith had made it to second by the time that ball hit the ground.
So Johnson's back in the box. And the count is now 2 and 2. Monsereno, the home plate umpire, calls a balk on McClure. That sends the runner down to second base.
That one just sort of got away from McClure right there. So he was solidly ahead in the count. Now he's facing the full count.
Johnston waits on the 3-2. Fouled off.
McClure knows that he doesn't want to give Johnston something he can sink his bat into.
Moving on deck is Carter March. Ball 4. Good pitch, but just missed outside. So
Just barely missed.
runners at first and second, nobody out. A couple of walks to start this inning.
Now batting for Livermore, number 7, Carter March.
That's the second one that's sort of gotten away from McClure. He asked the umpire for a new ball.
Ball's lifted foul off to the right side. The count's 1-1. Down to third. That gets under the glove of the third baseman. That's going to score 1 run. Runner from first is going to go to second.
March just ripped that one. Just got it under the glove of Jones over there on third.
It's the 8th run of the game for the Livermore team, and Krakowski's going to bat. Krakowski hit a home run in this first inning, if you recall. Knocked in a couple of runs. Ball's lifted to center field, pretty deep.
Oh dear.
Pretty deep.
Yep.
Off the fence. That's gonna
he
score
almost had two.
Two more runs. And a double, 2-run double for Krakowski. He's the big hitter of the day so far. 4 RBIs for him. And the lead is now 10-3.
Number 14, Jack Davis.
And batting now Davis, who's really between he and Griffith responsible for most of the defense today from the host team.
Pitched in with a couple of hits, though, as well. There's nobody out still with a runner at second base. Ball's fouled off. Well, I mentioned on the opening, Rick, that this game was probably going to be, the balance of this game was probably going to be tilted to the team that had the most pitching left. So you have to go through a lot of guys to get to this game here, and it just looked like Central might have ran out of pitching a little bit. Ball's fouled off.
Well, anytime you head into a tournament situation like this, that's the thing you need, is you need to be deep in pitchers. And I think we saw that from the host team today. They pulled out Davis, who hasn't pitched much so far, and let him go the whole game. Almost.
Yeah, he was effective today. Ball's fouled off the end of the barrel, the knob of the bat, so that's actually a foul ball. The count is 1-2 now. Still nobody out here in the 7th inning.
And Krakowski advances on the pass ball.
Ball's fouled off.
Good move staying alive there by Davis. And now Davis driving up McClure's pitch count.
Ball's fouled off. Count remains 2-2. Grounded back up the middle. Be a play at first base by the shortstop. And there's an out, and another run scores.
With one out, batter is number 12, Nate Heaney.
So March comes across for the second run of his game. I'm sorry, Krakowski does.
And up we got number 12, Nate Keeney.
It's a ball to center field.
That
See
one's
if the
deep
center
as well.
fielder can come down with
Oh,
that.
what a play. What a play out there.
Great catch by the center fielder. Running towards the wall with his back to the wall. Reached up and made the catch. Andrew McKeever's going to hit now with 2 outs and nobody on. Big swing and a miss. It's the 0-1 coming. Ball's popped up out of play, left side. Keep it down a little bit, keep it down a little bit, keep it down a little bit, keep it down. Thank you. 0-2 on its way. Missed everything. Mon took the brunt of that, did he not?
I think so, right off his head. Or mask, I should say.
Ball in the dirt, and the count is now 2-2. Fluor's just trying to get out of this inning and give his team a chance. We'll be trailing by at least 8 runs, though. Ground ball to second base. Should be routine. And that's how the inning ends. So District 57 comes up with 4 runs in the top of the 7th to extend their lead to 11-3. We'll be back in a minute.
We gathered a total of $400 during this game, which means the winner will get $200 to be picked up at the pin booth next to the first base dugout. Winning number 220896. 220896. If that's your ticket, you have won $200, and you can collect it at the pin booth by the first base dugout. Congratulations.
This half inning is sponsored by our local event supporters.
Wilson Trophy. Visit Tri-Valley. Supervisor Scott Haggerty.
And
Stanford Healthcare Valley Care, a champion sponsor of the World Series, is the local hospital here in the Tri-Valley with an urgent care in Livermore and Dublin and 24-hour emergency care in Pleasanton. They have been providing the highest quality medical services to the Tri-Valley community since 1961. For more information, visit valleycare.com.
We've reached the bottom of the 7th inning here in Livermore with the Central Regional Champs down to their last out. Trailing 11-3. Ball is hit down the left field line for foul. Kevin Jones is going to lead off, followed by the 9th spot and then the 1 spot. Grounded foul. Count is quickly 0-2.
And March over there on third, looking at the ready as he's had 2. Looking to go that way already. There's a third. little bit high. McKeever on that one. Count still 2-2.
One got away from Andrew, and the count's full now. Ball's fouled off. Jones has a knack to extended bats, that's for sure. He was the guy that had a 10-pitch at bat back in the 3rd inning.
Looks like McKeever's looking for that outside corner. Now he goes inside.
Ball 4.
Just misses.
Zach English is going to bat, and District 57 coach is going to come out and talk to and make a pitching change. So we'll be back in a minute with the change.
During this brief break, ladies and gentlemen, just want to bring to your attention that you should take some time to visit the pin booth located behind the first base dugout. There are World Series pins, All-Star pins, District 57's famous car pin, and pins from other districts around the country. You might even find an international pin or two. We also have a World Series souvenir pin board that we will build throughout this tournament. Tickets for a raffle for that board are 1 for $2, 5 for $5, and 20 for $10. The drawing will be held immediately following the conclusion of the final game on Sunday evening, and you do not have to be present to win. So stop by the booth and donate a pin for the board while you are there. Pick up a ticket or two and join in the fun. Again, the pin booth is located behind the first base dugout. Thank you. Now pitching for Livermore, number 11, Bennett Johnston.
All right, back in Livermore, nobody out with a runner on first base for Central. Pitching change. Bennett Johnston's going to come in and try to close this game out for District 57. He's going to face Zach English, the number 9 hitter. A strike on the inside corner.
With authority on that side.
Quickly, Johnston's ahead 0-2. Just what the doctor ordered for coaching staff of the Livermore team. I'm sure his instruction was just throw strikes. Ball's lifted just behind third base. That's going to drop for a hit. That's going to bring the top of the order up. Ball was hit just off the end of the bat and lifted over Carter Marsh at third base.
Just enough to hit the edge of the grass out there.
So that's going to bring to the plate Damon Churchman, catcher.
Churchman did have 2 home runs in the regionals leading up to this. So he is one they have to watch out for too.
Pops it up to second base. Griffith under it, makes the catch. That's the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now, this entire World Series, I have not seen Griffith miss. I haven't seen him whiff anything yet.
Well, he's solid. He's one of the reasons they're doing as well as they are in this tournament. That brings to the plate Isaac Peck. Peck was the starting pitcher. He's had 2 singles and he scored a run today. Grounded up the middle. This should be a double play, perhaps. 2nd to 1, back to first. Safe at first.
Not quite in time.
Great hustle by Peck. You're not going to double him up very easily.
Nope.
So now there's 2 outs at the inning. Runners at first and third. And that's going to bring to the plate Greg McClure. sure District 57 will allow the runner at first to go down to second base. And the instruction to Johnston is going to be focus on the batter. And that's strike one.
That is a wicked curveball he's throwing right there. It's about the third one we've seen.
Ball's up. Johnston's got pretty good velocity. And District 57 one out away from, and now one strike away from advancing to tomorrow's game against the loser of tonight's featured game, whether it's going to be Southwest or Southeast. Ankeny Little League had a great run in this tournament. They impressed everyone. It's a ground ball to third. March picks it up, throws to first. Safe at first, and a run scores. Nice piece of hitting by McClure.
I'm sure McClure's instructions were just get on base.
So that's going to bring Andrew Smith to the plate. Score is now 11-4. Runner goes. That's popped up to shallow right field. This could do it. Off the glove. One run scores. Long run by the right fielder, Tyler Trudeau. Made a great effort at it, but it just tipped off his glove. That's a base hit.
He was going full speed at that one. And I don't think there's any more he could have done to get there on time.
Drew Taylor steps in with runners at first and third, and probably soon to be second and third. And Ankeny's just trying to keep the line moving in any way they can. Ball's grounded to first. This should do it. Ball game is over. Final score, ladies and gentlemen, District 57 beats Central champs 11-5. Central had a great run at this tournament this week, impressed everyone with their sportsmanship and abilities. And very pleasing to have them out here. Great group of kids, managers and coaching staff. We're just thrilled to be out here. So they'll be able to enjoy the rest of the week. District 57 moves on to a game tomorrow night. As I mentioned, they'll play the loser of tonight's 6 o'clock game. Rick, it's been great. What did you think of that today's ball game?
This game was, again, a fun game. Lots of great baseball out there. Fun to watch.
Yeah, I think that District 57 just had more pitching left over at this point in the tournament. It'll be interesting to see if they have anything left for tomorrow. But good effort by the local team. Fans here are going to go home happy. And Rick, we'll see you again tomorrow. We got another game or two tomorrow to broadcast.
Excellent. We'll see you tomorrow then.
Folks, we'll be back in a little bit. Thank you for tuning in today.